Here's where she meets Prince Charming, but she won't discover that it's him till chapter 3. So you pretty much must have been living under a rock if you haven't heard about the new live action Beauty and the Beast that's come out. When I found out that they were making this film, I was so excited, I've got to say. As a kid, it was one of my favourite films aside from The Little Mermaid, but it had a special place in my heart. And do you know what? It actually looks amazing and I really wanted to go and see it. However, there is one thing that has bugged me about this film since I found out it was being made, and that is the fact that Emma Watson was cast as Belle. Now I know I may get a bit of hate for this because people absolutely love Emma Watson, but for me personally, she is not Belle, not in the slightest. Yes, she has brown hair, yes she has brown eyes, and she can put on a posh accent, but she is by no means Belle. She's just Hermione in a yellow dress, and that is that. And you may disagree, but I can't stand the fact that my favourite Disney princess is now being played by Emma Watson. It's made me not want to go and see the film at all, even though it looks stunning and the rest of the cast I think personally is spot on. She just stands out like a sore thumb and I do not like it or want to go and see it on that principle alone. Sorry if I've offended anyone or you disagree, but it's just genuinely devastated me that I won't be able to watch that film for that simple fact. So this whole issue that I have kind of got me thinking about Disney's casting choices, and I think a lot of people would have perfect casting choices in their heads if their favourite Disney films were turned into live action films. So I thought I would compile my own little list of my ideal casting choices for certain Disney films. Now if you want to get involved and suggest your own in the comments below, then I would be more than happy to read them. Okay, let's start with my main issue here. Let's start with Belle. Now in my head, I don't know why, I've never really had anyone in mind for Belle before, but just lately someone in particular keeps cropping up, and no, it's not Emma Watson for obvious reasons. Just lately someone in particular keeps cropping up, and every time I see her I think, do you know what, she would be good as Belle. She looks even more like Belle now. Wow, she would be perfect. It's a shame they didn't cast her. And that is Jenna Coleman. I'm not sure if everyone will know who she is, but she was in Victoria, which was a series I think on ITV, if I'm right there. And she's also known for playing Clara Oswald in Doctor Who, and I've been rewatching Doctor Who recently, and every time I see her I just think that is Belle. That would be Belle down to a T. She's just got a beautiful face. She's far more striking than Emma Watson in my opinion. And she is a beauty. I just think she would suit the role a lot better. So for me, Jenna Coleman is Belle. Next up is Snow White. Now for me this is a bit tricky because I think Snow White, being the first Disney princess, she was quite a plain looking girl. I think it was just the way she was drawn, but for me I think you would need someone also quite plain looking, not to be mean or anything, but someone that's almost like a blank canvas. I think she would need a round, youthful looking face and quite full lips because that's one of her main features in the film. So I went for Emily Browning, well known for being in, what's it called? A Series of Unfortunate Events. And what else was she in? I'm trying to think what else she was in now. I'm pretty sure she was in, what's that film with Tom Hardy in? Is it Legend? With the Cray twins? I'm pretty sure she was in that too. Yes, but she is very youthful looking. She's very much all about the lips. If you painted her lips a vibrant red and gave her some short, very dark hair, you would have your perfect Snow White. My next princess is Cinderella. I've considered this kind of thing for a while, like who would play the live action version in the film, and my thoughts automatically always go back to this one woman. I think she's slightly older than my other choices, but she's so beautiful and so perfect in my opinion. And yes, I'm fully aware that they did make a live action Cinderella, but for me my Cinderella would be Scarlett Johansson, and I'm pretty sure everybody knows who she is, but I can't explain it, but to me she just looks like Cinderella straight away. I look at her and I think if you put the beautiful gown on her, the black choker, did her hair up, she would automatically be Cinderella for me. Okay, next up is Ariel, and I've got to be honest, this wasn't an easy one to decide. Let's face it, in the film industry there aren't many go-to red-headed females. You always go for the ones that are like very, very famous, such as Amy Adams, Isla Fisher, but I didn't want to go towards those people because I thought they were predictable and a lot of them don't look enough like Ariel. So for Ariel I ended up choosing Jane Levy. I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name, but for anyone that doesn't know, she plays the teenager in Suburgatory, and I've forgotten what she's called. No, it's gone. But yeah, I think she would be perfect, not just because she's a redhead. I think if you picture her with much longer hair, a lot more of a vibrant red, then you've pretty much got your Ariel, because she's also very doe-eyed, which obviously Ariel is very doe-eyed in the film. So yeah, for me, she would look a lot like Ariel. Next up is Prince Eric. I don't know why, but it didn't take me a long time to think of many different actors. One just automatically popped into my head, and it was Colin O'Donoghue. For anyone that doesn't know, he's in Once Upon a Time and he plays Captain Hook. In my opinion, I just think he would be a good Eric. I don't know if it's just because of his dark hair. He doesn't necessarily look like him so much in the face, but I reckon if he shaved the beard he has off, he would look a lot younger and maybe be more fitting for Eric. I don't know. But even if he kept the beard, I just think he would be very good as Prince Eric. Tinkerbell. Now, I struggled with this one as well. I was trying to think of pixie-ish looking young actresses that are quite small and petite, and I mean there are a lot out there, but I think Tinkerbell would need someone who is more, I don't know, feisty. And once I thought of that, the first person that popped into my head was Chloe Moretz. I always want to say Mortez, but I think it's pronounced Moretz. Obviously she played Hit Girl in Kick-Ass. A very feisty character, so I think she would be ideal as Tinkerbell. She also looks very mischievous and pixie-like, and I think she would just embody Tinkerbell perfectly. Okay, my last one is for Rapunzel, and I think this might be quite a predictable one because I've looked online before and there's been like little articles on various websites that I've come across where people have put pictures of Disney princesses next to actresses and paired them up and say, look how similar they are, they could play this princess. And this lady cropped up quite a lot as Rapunzel, and it's Amanda Seyfried. I don't know how to say her last name. I'm terrible with these last names. But yes, I think she would be ideal as Rapunzel. She's very small and feisty looking, just like the animated Rapunzel. And as with Scarlett Johansson, to me she just looks like her. I just think of Rapunzel and then I automatically think of Amanda. I was going to choose a few more actors and actresses for various characters, but to be honest, I was struggling with some of them. So, if you would like to help and suggest a few, like for Aladdin, Jasmine, Sleeping Beauty, Elsa, Anna, anyone like that, then please comment down below, and I would love to hear your suggestions. Thank you very much for watching. I hope I haven't offended anyone that's a huge fan of Emma Watson. Sorry if I have. Hopefully I will see you in my next video, so make sure you take care now. Bye!